Today, I'm talking about two things: climate change and why you should stop eating all these processed foods and start producing your own fruits and vegetables at home with a garden. Now, I've been farming for 2 years. Well, I had a garden for 2 years. And I started off growing my plants indoor. My kale, my peppers, my arugula, cucumbers. And I'm gonna explain this. Listen, when they're in their grown tent, the temperature is between 75 to 80 degrees. The humidity is around 60. All right? They grow nice, no problem. When you take them plants outside, when it's like 90 degrees outside and humidity is like 70 to 80, like, you know what I'm saying? Percent. Some, like the kale, the peppers, arugula, some like leaves will turn white and some leaves start folding in, or like some plants start getting like really droopy, like the leaves will be like straight. When you put them outside in the morning, when the sun come out, this droop, all drop, this, you know? So think about that with deforestation. They have all these big old trees in these jungles and forest areas that people cut down for agriculture and for livestock. Listen, those big old trees are protecting all those plants and animals underneath from the hot beaming sun. When all those trees are cut off, all that heat is not being it's not bouncing off or being like deflected by anything. So the humidity in that area rises, making that area more hot for a lot of plants. Can't survive. And this is not being talked about enough. You know? It's really not really being talked about enough. Like, a lot of people like to talk about animals. Animals are very important, yes. But plants are important too. Like, there are plants that are going extinct that we never heard of or never seen a day in our lives. They're just getting wiped off because of climate change. And the example I made with my plants in the grow tent and pinning them outside, a lot of those plants outside in these forest areas that got chopped down, for all the trees got chopped down, don't have someone out there watering them and nurturing them back. You know what I'm saying? Pruning them, getting them like ready to grow new leaves. You know what I'm saying? To build and be stronger. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these plants don't have that ability because they have no one out there watering them and taking care of them, so they just die. And that's due to climate change. And a lot of people like to talk about what other people are doing or what these big companies are doing. And I'd like to say, a lot of people need to stop pointing their fingers at others and work on themselves first. And when you work on yourself first, things around you will change. The reason why I say that is you can move someone to do something for them to change, but you cannot force someone to change. You can force yourself to change. You just gotta use your conscious mind, not your subconscious mind. And a lot of people need to start doing that. Stop focusing on everyone else and focus on yourself and evolve yourself and become a higher self. And that's how you'll be more aware about certain things. And that's why I say a lot of people should start gardening at home. So you know how like fresh lettuce tastes. How you know how fresh kale tastes, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't eat like fresh green beans. They eat everything that they can. Like, I advise more people to start gardens at home. The reason why? You're cultivating your own fruits and vegetables, which is way healthier than going to the store and buying it, having someone else to touch and pick over your food, and have your food being transported from across the water or across the state all the way down to your location. If anything, shop at your local farmers market. You know what I'm saying? Or grow your fruits and vegetables yourself. And stop eating all these processed foods. Because the FDA have a lot of ingredients inside foods that people are eating that is most definitely not good for you. And everybody already know this should be common knowledge already. Eating all this fast food, the reason why it's so good, because people made it so. It takes 21 days to make and break a habit. You condition yourself to eating fast food on a regular. You condition yourself to eat more fast food on a regular. It's a hard habit to break for a lot of people because you don't have that person or people there to give them that push eating more healthy food, because you might have more people around them that eat a lot of junk food, a lot of fast food, and it's normal to them. But think about this. All that junk food and all that, it just sits. Your body's your temple. And all these processed foods have all these preservatives to make them look better than what they do. And give them longevity to make them look, fresher longer. You pin down your body, all them extra chemicals that your body does not need inside it. Remember, your body's your temple, like I said. So take that into consideration. Now about climate change. Transportation, all these products being transported back and forth. Deforestation, what I touched upon already. Industrial growth, what I touched upon already about how these big companies are cutting down, all this land, taking over all this land for coal mining and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? It affects our environment. Also, all these roads that I don't hear no one talk about this enough. All this concrete, black tar, whatever it's called, or asphalt, I think it's called asphalt, holds all that heat, making urban areas much hotter than it really is, which affects our local animal, our local plants and our local animals in our community. And all this heat and all these plants, all this forest being cut down, are having animals relocate to other areas, more urban areas. Or more of these urban areas are going deeper to rural areas, displacing these animals. We as people gotta do something about that. But like I said, it starts with us. I didn't say that. I said it starts with you. And everything else around you will evolve. So remember that. It's really important. Start with yourself, and everything else around you will evolve. Start eating healthy. Start exercising. Start a garden. And start eating your own products. Even start making your own, start just doing more stuff for yourself. These big industries, the only thing they care about is profit. The only thing they care about is profit. Not about the mass of people that's being affected, which is sad. Greed is a dangerous thing. Greed is really dangerous. Another topic I'd like to touch on. I touched on a lot of topics. I touched on everything. Agriculture and all that stuff. Yeah, for sure.